Good morning and welcome inside our Drawson Recreation Center here inside our Drawson, Alberta, as the Regina Queen City Kings visit the Beaumont Outlaws. Regina Queen City coming off a big win yesterday against the CROW, looking to continue their dominance today on their trip into Alberta. As they face the Outlaws right now. Later today, they're facing the Warriors at Bill Hunter Arena. As we get set for action, your starting goaltenders for the Beaumont Outlaws, number 1, Easton Couturier. In net for Regina Queen City Kings, number 1, Luke Andrews. Thank you for tuning in to CROW LAX TV. Make sure to scan the QR code on the bottom of your screen to get your 50/50 tickets. Tickets are on sale until the end of the month. You can also buy tickets by visiting us on Instagram and X at CROW LAX TV. As Jeannot and Maloney in the dot to get us started here, Regina's going to come up with it. Moving into the close side corner, now back up to the top. Pass across, Regina looking for an open lane. Back. Now on the close side, back into the middle, winding up pass, wind up, fires! And first goal of the game, Regina draws first blood. It looked like that was Ryan McDonald for Regina getting the early goal. "21 seconds in, Regina leads 1-0. As Jeannot and Maloney back in the dot. And the Outlaws still fighting for that loose ball. Ball goes up and into the bench. They're going to award it to the Queen City Kings. Kings bench yelling at them. Yelling at their D to get back. Now on the far side corner. Trying to cut into the middle. Finding an open lane. A short pass that Lenz was looking for. Didn't quite find its target. Knocked down in the zone. Looked to be... Can't catch the number there, but King's going to come away with it. And ball on that shot finds its way past Couturier. And Couturier is able to find it before it heads into the net. Now Outlaws moving right to left as Ellis passes off. Tompkins, pass down low. Quick shot there by Hobday. Went a little bit wide of the net. Now the Kings moving back left to right. Ebbett holding it, trying to find a pass. He finally does. And now into the far side corner. Now, half open shot there from Seaborg, but it goes wide. 12 seconds on the shot clock. A low shot finds its way in for Karsten Jeannot. Puts the Kings up 2-0 early in this game. Nice job by the Kings, finding a way to get the Outlaws D off their man. Able to find some open lanes here early. A minute and a half in, and the Kings already up 2-0. And the Kings weren't able to get any players, or didn't get their lineup set in time, so they're just going to automatically award that to the Outlaws. Outlaws far side. Back up. Maloney. Holding it and looking for a lane. Backs up. Tompkins now. Trying to cut in. Covered nicely by two Kings. Ends up finding a bit of a loose shot that Andrews came away with easily. Regina now. At the blue. Slowly walking it in is Sawyer Lecco. Lecco. Pass up. And a hard shot there from McDonald. Nice pad save by Couturier. So the Kings looking for a second chance opportunity. But Rogalski was able to cut that pass. Loose ball behind the net. Outlaws come away with it. Brett Murray moves it along the close side. driven hard into the boards there. They're going to award possession to the Outlaws. Schaff with it. Schaff cuts in an easy stick save for Andrews. Pretty back and forth. Schaff cuts off a pass. And it was a little bit loose there. Sorry, my apologies. They had it listed incorrect on my sheet. It is Cole Blondeau in net for the Kings. Number 25, Cole Blondeau. My apologies. It's the Kings trying to find an open lane now, once again. Cut off by 4 Outlaws. They're all over them now. Outlaws trying to swing the momentum back their way as Booth is moving it right to left. Booth, covered by Seaborg, passing off. Hildebrand. Hildebrand wide open. Trying to skirt around his man. He doesn't find an open lane for that. Now back to the far side, Maloney. Maloney looking, winding up. 3 seconds on the shot clock. And it's going to expire before they can get that off. So that's going to be awarded to Kings. 2-0 Kings lead, closing in on 4 minutes played in the first. Bit of a different story from yesterday in St. Albert. The Kings went down early to the CROW, ended up coming back and winning that one. I believe 15-11 was the final score there. Kings on the outside, trying to cut in now, but cut off by Cook. Cook's knocked down. Ball loose. Ball's still loose. And a nice job there by Weatherby to kill that clock and just get a free possession for the Outlaws. Pass across. Maloney winds up, fires, and off of a man into the netting. And they're going to award it to the Outlaws. They say that went off of a King. A nice pass to the inside, and Carter Grace gets the Outlaws on the board. Nice job by Carter Grace there on a pass from, I believe, Eric Tompkins. And Grace just cuts in and finds it. Finds the twine. Kings get possession off the ensuing draw. Walking it in. Palandry with it. Palandry. Pass across. Cut into the middle. The pass intended for Janot. He bobbled it a little bit, was able to find it. And Williams, trying to cut onto the inside, knocks into an Outlaws defender, falls to the floor. Kings still come away with it and get a shot off with 2 seconds left on the shot clock. And now Janot driven hard down there by Rogalski. Now the Outlaws with it. Richardson brings it into the zone. Pass off to Tompkins. Tompkins getting some help from Schaff. Pass right into the middle for Grace again, and Grace! 2-0! Grace with back-to-back goals puts the Outlaws in a 2-0 run. As we now sit 2-2. Well, explore Fort Saskatchewan, discover a place where family fun meets opportunity. Visit their historic downtown, scenic parks, and River Valley. Work in a thriving community, play where every moment is memorable. Visit work and play in Fort Saskatchewan. Now the Kings switching up their man with Maloney. They're putting Ebbett in the dot this time. As Ebbett wins the draw, knocked loose. And knocked down was one of the Outlaws. They're going to award it back to the Outlaws. It's Hildebrand now. Picks it up, moves it in. Pass up for Tompkins. Tompkins, pass cross. Maloney with it. Winds and fires. And that goes off the goaltender into the netting. They're going to say it never hit the goaltender, though. Kings with a lucky break there. So they're going to gain possession here. 6 minutes played. Breakaway opportunity. Jumping shot. Nice save from Couturier. Now the Outlaws moving quickly with it. Taking a couple swings there was Lecco. And now stick knocked off of Dickin. Ball still loose. Dickin trying to find his stick there. Kings now out with possession of it. Close side. Mason Nickel. Kings moving around the outside. A low shot there from Polandri. Doesn't find its way. Polandri cuts the pass, though. It was a long pass intended for Weatherby. On the outside with it, the Kings, and another hard shot there from the outside from McDonald. The nice save by Couturier. So now Weatherby picks it up. Moves it across the middle. Weatherby, 3-on-2 opportunity here. Weatherby cuts in. Shot. Nice save from Blondeau. Panko brings it across the middle, passing off. Now holding it, Karsten Janot. Janot trying to drive his way in past Polson. And now a couple passes. And a hard shot from Seaborg goes wide into the corner. Kings come away with it. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Driving in. Gets the shot off, but a nice save there from Couturier. It's now Polson has an opportunity 2-on-1. And Maloney finds its way past Blondeau, but not past the post. 10 seconds on their shot clock. A Schaff now gets the pass. Back across from Maloney. 5, Schaff. Schaff puts it home. (3-2). Outlaws lead their first lead of the game. 3 unanswered goals with a quick change. And now we got Hobday in there against Janot. Outlaws switching it up a little bit, picking it up there, and now driven hard off of it was Kai Ellis. Ball still loose. Janot looking for it. Driven hard into the boards by Ellis. Ball still loose. And driven hard down there was Jax Janot. Hobday was looking for a penalty. He's not going to get one. He felt that Janot was holding him. As the Outlaws come away with it now. As Murray brings it in. Murray, quick pass back to him. Doesn't find him. And now quickly the Kings. It's going to be a 2-on-1 opportunity. Maybe 2-on-2. Nice job by the Outlaws change to cut that potential scoring opportunity for the Kings. Hard shot from the outside. Once again, McDonald. Looking for opportunity. The Kehoe does make a shot. And Couturier comes up with the save. Weatherby. Driven down by Nickel. Schaff kind of drove down Nickel, but Weatherby keeps it in a nice shot. And a bit of a pop-up save there from Blondeau off his shoulder. Driven down was an Outlaw in the corner. Didn't see who it was, but the Outlaw is going to get it. It was Schaff that was driven down. As he has it, waiting for the reinforcements that he needs. As we close in on the halfway point of the first period. 3-2 Outlaws lead. Outlaws, 15 seconds shot clock. Schaff. Pass intended for him gets cut. Now Kennedy was hoping for something, but Maloney kept the pace with him. As McDonald now in the far side corner, trying to pick up the loose ball. He does. Makes a pass to an open Karsten Janot. Janot, spin move, pass across, and Ethan Polandri with a bouncing shot off the floor finds its way 5-hole through Couturier, and this game is now 3-3 tie. At Vimy Lacrosse, excellence is the standard, led by some of the province's most decorated and experienced instructors. They are dedicated to molding well-rounded student athletes. Vimy Lacrosse is a fusion of sport, academics, and personal growth. Unleash your potential with Vimy Lacrosse and explore the academy by visiting vimyedmonton.ca/lacrosse. 10 minutes, 2 seconds gone by here in the first. 3-3 Outlaws and the Kings. Kings have been in this situation before. In fact, they were down yesterday against the CROW. Found their way back to find a nice dominant victory over them, 15-11. Loose ball comes into the close side, driven down hard. It looks like Hobday, so they're going to award it to the Outlaws. Booth brings it across center to Schaff. Schaff now look for a pass. He finds one on the far side of Maloney. Now to Tompkins. Back to Schaff. Back far side Maloney. And a nice behind the back shot there from Hildebrand one time, but goes a little bit wide. Kings are going to come up with it. Jacob Panko brings it across center. Passes off now, walking it in is Jaron Keogh. Now Janot. Little spin move there from Mason Williams. And a quick shot. Easy save for Couturier. As it's sent to Jenna Snyder. Snyder bringing it in. Finds her way around. Shot off. And a nice save as she's driven down. Nice shot there by Snyder. Outlaws trying to keep it across center. That's going to be an over and back, so it's going to go to the Kings. With 8:45 to play in the first. Palandri finds a pass. Now to Seaborg. Seaborg with a shot save Couturier. Osman brings it across center. Pass off to Tompkins so Osman can go for a change. Schaff with it. Looking for Tompkins in the center. Just bounced off of his stick into the far side corner. And there's an outlaw that went down. There's going to be a penalty coming up to the Kings. It's going to be the first penalty of this game. And that's going to be it there. At 11:57 played. Kings going to take two. It'll be 2 minutes for cross-checking. That's going to go to number 9, Jax Janot of the Kings. First power play opportunity of this game to the Outlaws. See if they can make something click here against this Kings team. Put them back down again. So Maloney gets them started. Quarterbacking this power play. Outlaws looking for a King to commit to something. Now behind the net, back up into the front for Grace. Doesn't find him. Outlaws keep possession of it. Hard shot, Maloney scores! Grayson Maloney, power play marker. And 22 seconds on that power play. Outlaws now lead 4-3. The Kings going to come away with it. Janot with a quick chance. And a nice save. Second chance opportunity. Stonewalled by Couturier. Oh, and driven down hard. They're not going to award a penalty, but they are going to award possession. And I'm sure Palandri's not going to be happy about that. He was hoping for a penalty there to the Outlaws. But Palandri is going to get it restarted. Kings. Quick pass to Williams. Doesn't find him. Instead, it goes into the far side corner. Now up to the top. Across. As Kehoe makes a quick shot and scores. Jaron Kehoe. 4-4. Once again, we are tied. $7:11 remaining in the first. Quite back and forth affair so far here in our Drawson Recreation Center. So Regina Queen City Kings taking on the Beaumont Outlaws. If you're just tuning in, welcome. You're watching CROW LAX TV. 2 more games on tap for you today. Cover those a little later for you. Kings with possession right now. 12 seconds left on their shot clock. Winding up and firing was Cashton Seaborg. And a easy arm save there from Couturier. He's now bringing it across as Wyatt Poulsen. Poulsen winds up, jumping shot goes wide. And the rebound still loose. Nobody seems to really have the edge. Kings finally come away with it. Taking a couple shots there was William. Or sorry, not Williams. That was Jax Janot. Seaborg holds it. Into the middle is Gelowitz. Kings come away with it now. Kings had a shot there. Reset now. They're still looking to find another shot opportunity covered by 2 guys. Still was able to get a shot off. Looking for a lane, trying to push his way past. It was Kehoe. But Kehoe covered by 3 Outlaws players, and the Outlaws going to come away with it. Knocked a bit loose, but picked up once again is Maloney. Maloney. Lob pass into the middle for Tompkins. Tompkins has Schaff with him. Schaff, a nice coverage there. Into the middle. Was looking for Hobday. Hobday couldn't find it. Another lob pass up for Maloney. 3-second shot clock. Makes a quick pass, quick shot that goes far wide. Kings now come up with it. Ethan Palandri with it now. Moving it around the outside. Looking to wind up. Bit of a shovel pass there. Instead was Cashton Seaborg. Didn't have the lane he thought he did. Seaborg, low pass now. The pass and cross, I don't know who that was intended for, but Seaborg picks it up and a quick shot goes off the goaltender and wide. And Seaborg kind of just, I don't know if he was shoveled into the boards or anything like that. Sorry, that was Palandri, but Palandri does come up with it. Looks like he was, in fact, with Rogalski. Him and Rogalski sharing a couple shots with one another. As the Outlaws come away with it now. Rogalski, it was absolutely Rogalski who pushed Palandri in. They're sharing some words on their way back to the bench. Watch that for later in this game, if anything comes out of that. Maloney. Inside the zone now to Tompkins. Just over 4 to play in the first. Tompkins has it. Gets his man off kilter. Makes a shot. And an easy save for Blondeau. Looking for the rebound opportunities. Hobday, he finally comes away with it. Takes a nice shot there. Kings knock it loose and come away with it. As Lees brings it into the zone and passes off to Janot. Janot cross. Hard shot and goal. Jackson Lenz gets the Kings back into the lead. 5-4, Kings lead. Once again, be sure to get your CROW LAX 50/50 tickets. Tickets are on sale until the end of the month. Scan the QR code on your screen now. Or you can visit us on our social media channels for more information at CROW LAX TV on Instagram and X. 3:30 to play in the first. 13-12. The Kings lead on the shot clock. Kings come away with it. Lob pass over to Palandri. Palandri down low. And a nice catch and shoot there from Ryan McDonald. As Kings keep it off the rebound. Loose ball behind the net. Couturier comes up with it. Couturier sends it down on the close side. Now with Richardson. Richardson covered by two. It was cut off. Now the Kings potentially with an opportunity. Nice job by McDonald. A spin move to shake off the incoming check. And gets a second chance diving opportunity. Kings now up 6-4. Maloney and Ebbett in the dot. Loose ball picked up by the Kings. 2:37 to play in the first. Cashton Seaborg with it now. Seaborg pass off to an incoming Gelowitz. Boston Gelowitz. Passing off down low now. Seaborg once again. Seaborg spins around and gets another quick goal by the Kings. And they now have 4 unanswered goals as they now lead 7-4 on the Outlaws. .218 to go in the first. Outlaws head coach Phil Smith is going to go into this intermission probably with some wise words of wisdom here, try and get the fire lit back under them. The Outlaws awarded it off the draw. Olsen is going to walk it past the blue. Quick pass off to Maloney. Now to Tompkins. Hildebrand brings it back up. And a quick shot opportunity there from Hobday. Ends up in the netting. Hildebrand down low, trying to cut in. Gets Tompkins. And it's in! Tompkins with a quick shot. 7-5, lead cut down. I don't think Tompkins got everything he wanted on that shot, but it just finds its way past Blondeau. Blondeau didn't know where it went to. That's the lead to 2. Now driven in hard at the penalty box is Janot a couple times. Janot knocked down. A couple Outlaws trying to come away with it. It looks like they do. Weatherby has it now on the close side. Pass down for Ellis. Ellis up to Tompkins. Minute 30 to play in the first. Tompkins wide open. Was looking to make another shot. Opts to pass it instead. Grace on the far side looking for his hat trick. 7-second shot clock now. Quick, Ellis! Kai Ellis on the quick pass from Carter Grace. Cuts the lead to 1 now. The minute 17 to play in the first. Shots tied 15 apiece. The Kings come away with it on the draw. Pass off to Palandri from Panko as Palandri holds it. Pass into the center now for Janot. Janot cross pass. 1 minute to play in the first. Kings passing it on the outside. And now a loose ball goes through like 6 or 7 players. And the Kings somehow keep it. Quick, hard shot from Cashton Seaborg. And it's going to be back across the red. But because it went off the goaltender, no over and back. 40 seconds to play. 21 on the shot clock for the Kings. As now they get a fresh 35 seconds are going to separate that shot and game clock. This Kings with another quick shot that goes wide. No fresh 30. Seaborg. Lines, fires, and scores. Seaborg with back-to-back goals. Puts the Kings back up by a deuce. With 20.2 to go in the first. Maloney is going to line up against Ebbett. Maloney's asking why the ball's rolling towards Ebbett. Doesn't like that. Referee trying to get it to stay. Finally gets it now. And now we got a bit of shuffles in the middle. And we got some fists flying. Maloney didn't throw anything. So we'll see if Ebbett gets the only penalties here. But they might be throwing them both out. 19.7 to go. We'll see what the referees give here, because I didn't feel Maloney really did anything. See what they give here. Going to be 2 minutes to roughing for Ebbett. Looks like they're giving 4 to the Kings and 2 to the Outlaws there. So this is a bit of an interesting situation. They're going to get this sorted on the penalty, or on the scoreboard. And the Outlaws are going to take a 30-second timeout regardless. They got 19.7, and they'll also have possession to make something happen there. Still trying to get things sorted on the penalty sheet. So it looks like they're only going to put a 2-minute up on the scoreboard. So we're going to play 5-on-4 for just the 2 minutes. 2 players will come out after their time. Right now they have 2 and 2 up on the clock. I think they're just trying to edit that. Thank you for tuning into CROW LAX TV. CROW LAX TV and the RMLL Junior B Tier 1 Division are proud to be supporting the Chris Latondra Wellness Foundation and Canadian Mental Health Association to implement their Talk Today program. In 2020, a beloved player of the game to many in the North, Chris Latondra died by suicide age 25, battling mental health issues. Chris Latondra Wellness Foundation was formed in 2021 to preserve his memory and call the lacrosse community to action in support of mental health in the game of lacrosse and beyond. Donations can be made at edmonton.cmha.ca/talk-today-CLWF. You can also visit our social media channels for a direct link at CROW LAX TV on Instagram and X. Penalties are now sorted out on the clock. 4 to the Kings, 2 to the Outlaws. So Outlaws are going to get possession with 19.7. They're going to try a 6-on-4 as they're going to pull Easton Couturier for this 19-7. I don't know what's taking the refs a couple minutes here to get this set up. Might be talking to some players about it. As Carter Grace is going to get this started for the Outlaws. Grace pass over. 12 to go. Grace looks back. Pass across. Tompkins, hard shot, goes high. Second chance opportunity, maybe. 3 seconds to go. 2-1. And that's going to do it for the first. Through 20 minutes of play, 8-6 Kings lead. Thank you for tuning in to CROW LAX TV. We'll be back with the second shortly. welcome back inside our Drawson Recreation Center as we get set for second period action here between the Beaumont Outlaws and the Regina Queen City Kings. Through 20 minutes, 8-4, Kings lead. 2 penalties at the end of that first. 4 minutes roughing to the Kings, 2 minutes roughing to the Outlaws. So we're going to play 5-on-4 for the next minute 41. Referee's getting things sorted. And we are underway in the second. Kings are going to come away with it to start the second. Lenz has it. Covered by Ellis. Now to the top and back into the far side corner. Running it into the middle, across the pass. Now wind up, fires. Jackson Lenz goes wide. Over and back. And Peyton Cook for the Outlaws. Going to pick it up. Close side corner. Up to Grace. Grace. Waiting on the outside. I don't know if the Outlaws know that they're technically on a power play right now, but it's 4 players on each team right now. The bench hasn't noticed. Outlaws trying to drive in there was Hobday, but he was caught by a couple of players. Now the Outlaws is going to come back. Again, for some reason, we have a 4-on-4 situation right now, which I don't think is correct, but they started the period 5-on-4. Quite frankly, I think it should be 4-on-4, but Kings, hard shot on the outside, goes wide. Second chance opportunity, a nice second chance by Boston Gelowitz. Coming up on an Outlaws power play. I believe they just had it set incorrect originally. Another hard shot by the Kings on the outside. 5 seconds to go in the 4-on-4. And now we go to a 2-minute Outlaws power play now as Snyder passes it up to Maloney. Maloney, cross pass and a nice shot by Tompkins. Now Schaff picks it up. Schaff to Maloney. Maloney, hard shot. Hits somebody in front. And Carter Grace going to pick that up. 20-second shot clock now. Grace to Schaff. Schaff across to Tompkins. Tompkins holds it. Maloney. Grace. Back to Tompkins. Back to Maloney. 7-second shot clock. Now Grace winds up. Fires. Goes off of somebody and into the netting. They're going to say it went off the Kings player, so we get a fresh 30 to work with for the Outlaws. Minute 20 remaining on their power play opportunity. Tompkins with it. Got Schaff, Maloney, Grace, and Dickin with them. Hard shot. Goes off the post. Schaff far side. Maloney in the middle. Grace. Tompkins. Low shot goes wide. Dickin trying to pick that up. Cut off there by Mahler. And Mahler's going to pick it up. Drives Grace down. Now covered by Maloney. Tried to make an outlet pass to Panko, but went wide. And now Couturier is going to send it up to Grace. Grace now covered by 2. Goes off a player into the close side corner. Maloney. Back and forth with Schaff. Grace trying to provide some cover. Schaff behind the net. Doesn't hit his stick and now ends up with the Kings. Kings moving it back right to left. Outlet pass. Nice save by Couturier. Cashman Seaborg was looking for another, and now another outlet pass, this time out to Rogalski. Rogalski crossed to Tompkins. Tompkins holds and waits for reinforcements as now we're back to 5-on-5. Outlaws with a couple shots in that power play. Nothing finding the twine. Is now pushing his way in and making a shot was Ben Hobday. Driven down was one of the Outlaws of Jackson Weatherby. Now Outlaws going to gain possession as Schaff passes off to Tompkins. Dickin. Hildebrand holding. Goes back to Hobday. Looked for Schaff. It bounced out of his stick. His Kings are now going to move it back across. Bringing it over. Rush Kennedy. Kennedy passing off to McDonald. McDonald back across. Now winding and firing was Mason Williams. As Outlaws have it now. Poulsen. Off to Hobday. Hobday down to Maloney, and quick pass intended for Hildebrand misses his stick. And Schaff can't pick up the rebound, so King's going to bring it back. Covered by Maloney and knocking it loose of Clay Gelowitz. But Gelowitz picks it back up to Lenz. Jackson Lenz now. Covered by Rogalski, but makes a pass off anyway. And a pass across. Intended for Lecco. Missed his stick. He did pick it back up, though. A couple players get knocked down in the middle. As the shot clock expires, the Outlaws going to pick it up of Rogalski. Hildebrand driving in with a quick shot. And now covered by a couple players was the Kings knocking it loose now. Hildebrand trying to get that loose ball. Grace knocking down a player. Grace throws his head up to the rafters. Didn't intend to knock down the player, but he did. 14-15 to play. No goals yet here in the second. Bit of a change up from the first. All 14 goals in this game have been scored in the first as a quick shot goes off a player into the close side corner. As Weatherby picks it up. And Weatherby, he's going to get some assistance here on a 2-on-1 opportunity. Hildebrand. As Weatherby gets driven down. And a nice save by Blondeau to keep this an 8-6 game in favor of the Kings. Not too many stoppages so far as time keeps ticking away. Lenz passing off. Now trying to find his way around Snyder was Cashton Seaborg. Had to pass it off. And a quick chance opportunity. And Seaborg misses it, and it goes back across for a over and back. As Schaff is going to pick it up in the far side corner to get this restarted for the Outlaws. 13-19 to play in the second. So Maloney has it. Maloney to Schaff. Schaff, nice job skirting his man, getting a shot off. But the Kings are going to come up with the rebound. Clay Gelowitz with it here. Covered nicely by Rogalski, trying to kill that time off the shot clock. Gets a little bit of help now from Boston Gelowitz. This Gelowitz now with it. Pass across. Cut off by Maloney. Now Maloney gets held, and there's going to be a penalty forthcoming here to Boston Gelowitz. Likely a 2-minute for holding. And that's what we're going to get. First major stoppage. It's going to be a 2 for holding, putting the Outlaws on a power play. Now a good chance for the Outlaws to make up some ground down by 2 with 12:32 to go in the second. It's Maloney going to get it started for the Outlaws. Power play. Hobday, Grace, Schaff, and Hildebrand out there with Maloney. to start this Outlaws power play. Passing it around the outside, Grace bobbled it. 13 on their shot clock now. Got to make something happen quick. Grace, shot wide, second chance opportunity for Hildebrand, hits the post. That's going to be a fresh 30. Ball knocked loose out of Hildebrand's stick. Hildebrand and Schaff on the far side boards trying to get it possession back. But they're not going to get it, as now the Kings have a partial 2-on-1 opportunity, and now that's quickly cut by the Outlaws to flip it back on them. Kings, Lenz with it at the blue. Lenz, lob pass over to, I believe, Sawyer Lecco. Sorry, my apologies. That is Jaron Kehoe. As Schaff cuts the pass and intends it for Cook. Cook doesn't find it. Now covered by Lenz. Ball loose. Grace trying to pick it up. Grace now with it. And a nice opportunity to try and get his hat-trick goal. Outlaws going to pick it up. Still 30 seconds remaining on this power play opportunity. It's Grace, Maloney, Tompkins. Tried to go to Hobday down low. Went wide of his stick. Now Grace with it at the top. Grace, hard shot. Bounces behind the goaltender. And he was lucky to have a couple guys with him. For some reason, they had 4 minutes on the penalty for the Kings, and it looks like he is going to sit for the full 4 minutes, so there's still another 2 minutes remaining on this Outlaws power play. Didn't see what they gave the other two for, because they'd only signaled 2 for holding. It's now Hobday and Maloney. Hildebrand to Tompkins. Back to Hildebrand. Winding up. Ops the pass to Maloney. Maloney behind the back pass for Grace. Hobday picks it up. Hobday with a hard shot that goes on just the outside. King's going to pick it up. The quick pass. This is going to be a... could have had a breakaway opportunity for Palandri if he wanted it. Opted instead to cut back and wait for reinforcements on this penalty kill. Still 1:10 to go. Landry holding it on the close side boards. He's taking quite a few shots there from Ellis. As the shot clock expires, but they're giving them a fresh 30 now. And now driven down was Palandri. A couple extra little shots there. I think the Kings were hoping for a penalty there. Head coach Dave Lenz probably would have liked that. As they have 45 seconds remaining on their penalty kill as Maloney brings it in on this power play. Schaff with a shot pass to Grace and a quick pass to Schaff, who is driving in. But no goal. Kings bring it in now. Far side, blue line. Pass over to Seaborg. Seaborg now just holding it. He's got 12 on his shot clock. He's got 6 seconds left. He's got to make something happen quick. Otherwise, he's just going to let it fire. There he goes. He gets that shot off, and they do technically get a fresh 30, but there's no one there, so Outlaw's going to come out with it. Rogalski now, as the penalty expires, no power play remaining. Back to 5-on-5 as Dickin has it. Dick across to Schaff. Schaff had a guy bearing down on him from behind, just knocking it loose, and now Schaff driven to the floor. And they're going to call that, and the Outlaws are going to regain possession. Schaff to Hildebrand. Hildebrand to behind the net for Hobday. And now the Kings going to come up with it. 8:06 to play in the second. No goals to report. So far, all 14 scored in the first. Now driven down was Cohen Sutherland. So they're going to award that to the Outlaws as Weatherby brings it in. Now the refs are yelling at players for something. I don't know what's going on here. I think because they didn't blow the whistle quick enough, so they had to get them to reset slightly. As Hildebrand now comes in, cuts back onto the far side corner. He knocked his guy loose. A hard shot goes wide. That's going to go over and back. It's going to be Kings possession as Karsten Janot picks it up behind the net. Janot up to Kehoe. Now getting it back. Looking for a man and firing was Ryan McDonald. Went wide. Ball still loose. And keeping it just onside was McDonald, but picked up by the Outlaws, Josh Booth. Booth brings it in, cuts back and passes to Maloney as Booth is driven down. Nothing coming. Pass across. Maloney still holding it. No, shot down low goes wide. He takes a high stick, and there's going to be a penalty here. McDonald still thinks the play is going on as he sends it down. But it looks like they're going to give a high sticking penalty, I believe, here to the Kings. We go 2 minutes for a cross check here. That's going to go to Jackson Lenz of the Kings with exactly 7 minutes to play here in the second period. Maloney starts them back up. Grace, Maloney. Pass across Hobday. Grace. Maloney. Schaff. Quick shot. Goes wide. Hobday picks up the rebound. 12 seconds on the shot clock. They got to make something hit the goaltender. That one still didn't. Grace has to make a quick shot here. Lobs it. Tompkins bounces out of his stick. So now that's going to be King's ball. And referees are going to call for a water break here. Haven't had many stoppages here, so totally understandable. Well, thank you for tuning in to CROW LAX TV. Explore Fort Saskatchewan, discover a place where family fun meets opportunity. Visit their historic downtown, scenic parks, and River Valley. Work in a thriving community and play where every moment is memorable. Visit Work and Play in Fort Saskatchewan. At Vimy, lacrosse excellence is the standard, led by some of the province's most decorated and experienced instructors. They are dedicated to molding well-rounded student athletes. Vimy Lacrosse is a fusion of sport, academics, and personal growth. Unleash your potential with Vimy Lacrosse and explore the academy by visiting vimyedmonton.ca/lacrosse. 2 more games on tap for you tonight on CROW LAX TV. 2 p.m. this afternoon. The Calgary Mountaineers visiting the Crude Lacrosse Club. That game, 2 p.m. in a one-off arena at Service Place, Performance Arena. As well, 6 p.m. tonight, the Red Deer Rampage visiting the Edmonton Warriors, Bill Hunter Arena. Muhammad has the call for you there, and Dawson will have the call for you at Service Place. This Kings now getting it started. Trying to drive the guy down was a couple of Outlaws players. Couldn't quite get him there. As Williams has it. Passing off. McDonald. Cross towards the bench. Back over to McDonald. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Minute 10 in their penalty kill remaining. If the shot went wide, they didn't get a fresh 30, so it's going to be awarded to the Outlaws. Cook. Grace. Bounce pass to Maloney. Back to Grace. Bounce pass to Tompkins. Schaff. Tompkins. Maloney. Lob pass Hobday. Grace. Grace trying to go over to Schaff, but didn't quite find him. Had a bit of a man hanging off of Schaff, but no penalty forthcoming. It was Tompkins. Gives a couple quick swings. Isn't able to knock it loose from Jax Janot. Now there's going to be a penalty coming up to the Outlaws, their first penalty of this game, with 14 seconds remaining on their power play opportunity. Kings moving it around the outside. Quick shot there from Ryan McDonald. Falling on it was Easton Couturier. And with 3 seconds left, Outlaws are going to take a 2-minute slashing call to Tompkins. I think they felt that he gave one too many shots to Jax, you know. So it's going to be 3 seconds of 4-on-4, followed by a minute 57. Long power play opportunity for the Kings. It's Kings now on the power play. Kings going to move it around the outside. Look for a lane. Seaborg went for a behind-the-back pass intended for Kehoe. Didn't find him. Seaborg regains it. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Kehoe across to Lenz. Lenz winds, fires off the shoulder. Fresh 30. Back to Lenz. Down low. Back to Seaborg. Kehoe fakes the shot. Seaborg passes up, and Lenz was looking for a down low shot. And now the pass was cut, and Outlaw is going to move back on the penalty kill as Jenna Snyder brings it across the center. Snyder stops up about halfway into the zone, trying to get around, trying to draw a penalty here too, as the stick is now knocked loose of her. And Len's going to come up with it. 58 seconds to go on this power play opportunity, 3:56 to play in the second period. No goals so far in the second. The quick shot opportunity. Nice job by Ryan McDonald there to make that quick shot. McDonald again, back across. And there it is. Power play goal to the Kings. That's going to put them up 9-6 now. As it looked to be cashed in Seaborg, I believe. We'll see what the call is in the arena. It's going to be Maloney and Janot back in the dot once again. Okay. Sorry, that was Ethan Palandry getting that goal. Just announced it in arena. 3:25 to play now in the second. Outlaws looking to get one back at least, as Grace now holds it. Grace trying to get around his man. He can't find a lane. Gets a little bit of help from Dickin behind the back shot. Dickin second chance opportunity. Rolls out of his stick. Now Kennedy with it. Kennedy for the Kings. Waiting for the reinforcements. He does get it. Over to Kehoe. Kehoe passes off. Now in the stick of Williams. Williams going back and forth now with Boston Gelowitz. Gelowitz pass off. Now cutting in. Where Sawyer Lecco looked for a second chance opportunity. He didn't get one. Now Snyder was driven down. So they're going to award it to the Outlaws with 2:30 to play in the second. Obday. Cross to Tompkins. Grace. Weatherby. Or no, sorry, that is Schaff. Maloney. And it ends up in the netting. Now, I don't know if they know this or not, but the clock is actually not running at the current moment, and referees haven't noticed, and nobody else seems to have noticed yet. Now it's running. They played that last sequence with 2:32 remaining on the clock. So the Kings get a quick shot opportunity. And they are going to award it back to the Outlaws as Rogalski picks it up. Rogalski pass intended for Cook goes out of his stick. Cook trying to pick it up. Doesn't. Ends up back with the Kings. Panko brings it in and passes off. Goes for a change. Kings on the outside now. Seaborg. Seaborg was looking into the middle for, I believe, Kehoe. Minute 53 to play now. Outlaws bringing it over. It's Kai Ellis. Ellis. Off to Hobday. Hobday down to Dickin. Dickin. Maloney. Hobday. Hobday brings it up in towards the middle. 8-second shot clock. Pass intended for Maloney, looking to streak in. 4-3, 2-1, and that's going to do it for the shot clock. Tompkins was looking for a bit of a diving shot there as the time was about to expire. Now the Kings bearing it across center of Ebbett. Ebbett holding it, taking some shots from Polson. Passes off now. Down low. A nice job by, I can't quite catch that, Weatherby was just bearing down. And now driven hard down was one of the Kings by Chase Richardson. So they're going to award that back to the Kings with 1:03 to play. So we're now in the final 60. Hard shot right into the crest of Easton Couturier. Couturier off to Weatherby. Weatherby almost lost his footing there. Weatherby. Quick pass to Grace. Grace to Schaff. And off the shoulder. It's hoping for a second chance opportunity. That was a nice opportunity for Schaff. Schaff now to Grace. Misses Grace's stick. He would have had a wide open net. Grace takes a little extra shot there by McDonald on the loose ball. Outlaws bench screaming for a penalty. Not going to get one. Grace now with it. 30 seconds to go. 3 seconds separate shot and game clocks. So now McDonald holds it with 18 seconds to go. Kings want to get one final shot opportunity. It's an Outlaw was driven down. They got 8.4 to make something happen. Can the Outlaws get one back late? So it goes to Tompkins and bounces out of his stick. And with 2-1, that's going to do it for the second period. Here inside the Ardrossan Recreation Center, 1 goal in the second. Only lone goal to the Kings off a power play marker by Ethan Palandri through 40 minutes. Thank you for tuning in to CROW LAX TV. We'll be back with the third. Welcome back inside Ardrossan Recreation Center here in Ardrossan, Alberta. Third period action underway. Apologies for the late comeback. We were just having a camera battery issue. Hard shot there from the outside by Jaron Kehoe. So the Outlaws move it back into their end. And the Kings with a quick chance opportunity goes wide. Nice save there by Easton Couturier. Apologies on the camera here. We're just switching over our camera temporarily, but I got the play-by-play for you. There's now Seaborg on the outside, pass across, and a hard shot there. Nice save by Couturier once again, now on the far side boards. Seaborg, pass over, and a nice shot there by McDonald. Driven hard into the boards. Now we got a little bit of back and forth shoving here. Rogalski exchanging some words. There's a penalty now coming up to the Kings. It'll be a 2-minute interference call. So it's going to be an Outlaws power play once again. Maloney's going to get them restarted. Maloney, Tompkins, and Palandry is going to get the 2 minutes for interference there. As the Kings now almost had it. Maloney, though, picking it up, fresh 30 to work with as they counted that as possession to the Kings. On the outside now, Grace with a hard shot, still searching for his hat-trick marker after the first 2 goals for the Outlaws. It's Kings now with it, far side corner. Moving it into the middle. Another thing to watch, Tompkins and Panko were kind of going back and forth in the center there. Now trying to knock the ball loose was Weatherby. Gives it to Schaff. Now Tompkins walking it slowly in. Pass across intended for Hobday. Missed him, went up and high. Now driven hard over in the far side corner, I believe was Schaff. As Hobday gets a quick shot opportunity and is knocked down. The Kings are going to come away with it through center. It's Mahler driven down by Tompkins. Ball now loose. As Snyder and Ellis were all over it as well. Now to Ellis. Ellis takes a shot as he brings it across center. 19 seconds to go in the penalty to Palandry. Outlaws on the outside. Maloney, hard shot right into the chest of Blondo. And now back left to right is Jacob Panko. Panko brings it across center. It's covered by Murray. Gets a pass off anyway to Kehoe. Kehoe. Over far side. Looking to cut into the middle, getting a little bit of assistance now. A little shovel pass to Williams, but his shot goes wide. It's now Outlaws pick it up. It's going to be a one-on-one now, coming into a two-on-one and finding his way around. And a quick shot there from Cook. Finds its way through, but no, they're not going to call it. Ref is calling it no goal. Outlaws begging and pleading for that. I don't know why they're calling it no goal. They're giving a penalty, though, to the Kings. I don't know what that signal is, actually. I'll be quite honest with you guys. I have no idea what that signal is. Might be unsportsmanlike. But either way, they're taking 2 minutes. We'll see what the call is. Outlaws are going to go back onto the power play. Looks like they are going to still call it a goal, too, on there. So Cook is going to get one to put them 9-7. And they get a power play out of it. Some good luck there for the Outlaws. Couple lucky breaks. Tompkins passed to Grace, and Grace had a quick shot there, but a dropping save from Blondeau. I'll see what they announce this penalty as. You're giving him a delay of game to Jackson Lenz. So Outlaws got a nice break there. So the Kings now holding it on the penalty kill. First and Jeannot. Jeannot covered by Snyder. Jeannot just shovels it back as the shot clock's coming to an end. Now it's going to be Outlaws ball. Peyton Cook just bounces it to Tompkins as he goes for a change. Tompkins to Maloney. Across the Grace, back to Maloney. Tompkins, Schaff. Tompkins, 10-second shot clock. Maloney, Grace. Looking for Schaff through the middle. Doesn't find him. Tompkins, to wind up and fire. It goes wide. That's going to do it for the shot clock as well. Means it's going to be a Kings possession. Kings bench was yelling at their player to just send it down as they had Ebbett open for an opportunity, but they don't. Now Palandri holding it. Close side, 10 seconds. 15 seconds on their PK left. Shot goes wide. And now picking it up, Wyatt Poulsen. Poulsen, 2-on-1 with Weatherby. Poulsen makes a shot, bounces out. Trying to pick up the rebound is Weatherby. He does. So the penalty now expires, back to 5-on-5. 12-17 to play in the third, 9-7 Kings lead. After a killer first period of 14 goals scored between the two clubs. Outlaws on the outside, Hildebrand to Maloney. 10 seconds left on his shot clock. It's Maloney. Gets knocked down. 6 seconds, still holds it. 5-4-3. Just shovels it over. Dickin gets a shot off, though. Gets that fresh 30, not going to matter. As Blondeau comes off with it. 34-32, Kings lead on the shot clock. And again, as you can see on your screen, they also lead on the score clock, 9-7. Kings working it around the outside. Jeannot across. Down low. Looked like Boston Gelowicz was about to pick it up, but it rolled out of his stick. And a quick chance opportunity by Kehoe into the netting. They're going to award it to the Kings off of an Outlaws player. Kings get another opportunity to try and extend their lead back to 3. The outside Jeannot going around and off the post. Couple more inches one way. That would have been their double-digit goal. Kings on the outside. Quick shot. Goes wide. They still got 20 seconds on theirs to work with. Gelowicz now in the center. Dropping it back for Kehoe. Kehoe at the blue. You'd almost think this is a Kings power play right now, the way they're just controlling this ball in the zone. Snyder tries to come up with it. And it ends up with Harston Janot once again. Kings just absolutely dominating the Outlaws side of the floor right now. Just trying to drive in there. Was Jackson Lenz. Ended up out of his stick. Now Couturier is going to try and just get this out. Tried to pass to Snyder. Misses her stick. Cashton Seaborg picks it up. Keeping it in for the Kings. We are now going into the about minute 30 territory. And there's going to be a penalty on the play for too many players on the floor. It looks like it's going to go to the Outlaws. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be a 2-minute bench minor for too many players. So it's going to be a Kings power play with 10-12 to go in the game. Kings on the outside. This is just going to continue their dominance in the Outlaws zone. We've already seen them down here for about the last 2 minutes. They're going to look to extend that and extend that lead with keeping the pressure on. On the outside, hard shot. Found its way partly past. Sorry, is our camera just for some reason kicking out there. Should come back in a second here. As the Outlaws of Jackson Weatherby brings it in on the close side. Tompkins with it. Outlaws are just holding it now, at the moment. Our apologies on the camera here. For some reason, it just kicked out. There we go. Got it back. As the Kings bring it back down with 57 seconds left on their power play opportunity. Now back at the top here, Mason Williams. Williams, hard shot as their shot clock comes down. Gelowitz just is going to throw it into the far side corner. Couturier was looking for a player, and he just sends it all the way down. It's going to be back into Kings. Kings get it cross half. Seaborg holding it. 11 seconds left on their shot clock. 18 seconds left on the power play. A quick shoveling shot there, just in time from Seaborg. It's not going to matter. As the power play opportunity is complete now. Back to 5-on-5. Knocking the stick out of the hands of one of the Kings players was Dickin. The Schaff has it now. Looking to get open. Pass down to Grace, and it kind of bounces past him. Ends up with Blondeau. Blondeau sends it down. And Ebbett holds it inside. Ebbett to Kehoe. Kehoe to McDonald. Or sorry, that is not McDonald. That is Williams. I'm looking up to wind and firing. Was Lenz. Now ball loose in the end, and Josh Booth's going to move it up. He's got a partial break opportunity. And he scores! Josh Booth cuts the lead down to 1. It's now a 9-8 Kings lead. There's 7:22 to go here in the third. The Outlaws now only trail by a single. And they're going to throw the Outlaws back into the box on a slashing call. You give Wyatt Polson 2 minutes for slashing off the draw. It's not good if you're the Outlaws, but you have a pretty successful PK so far. You've only let in one power play goal. This power play could change the tides of this game. Kings work it around on the outside. Seaborg quarterbacking. Kehoe back across. Lens. Quick shot off the shoulder. Nice save by Couturier. Seaborg Palandri with a quick shot and a nice pad save. The Outlaws going to come away with it. Rogalski short-handed, trying to move up quick. They got a 2-on-2 opportunity. A minute 16 left in the penalty. Now into the middle for Tompkins. Tompkins trying to find his way through short-handed. Opts to stop up with 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Gets a little bit of help from Schaff. Winds and fires it. The nice save there on Tompkins. Tompkins, I know where he was picking. He was trying to pick on the close side under the arm. Couldn't quite find it. 42 seconds to go in the power play. Seaborg down low now. Back to Seaborg. Palandri, Seaborg. Kehoe. Seaborg. Quick shot from Lens. Second chance opportunity looking for it was Palandri. Goes wide. Now Ellis is going to bring it back. Cross short-handed with 18 seconds to go in the power play to the Kings. Weatherby winds up and fires wide. 11 seconds left for the Kings. So the Kings walk it in. Time's going to expire on the power play. Back 5-on-5. Quick shot. Second chance opportunity. Nice save by Couturier. As wide open on the close side corner was Kehoe. And now Weatherby, they got a 3-on-1 opportunity. And Weatherby couldn't find Grace's stick. As now the Kings regain it. Taking a few shots along the way is Jax Janot. Covered by Maloney. Gets the pass off. No Seaborg. 4:45 to play here in the third. 9-8 Kings lead. Little spin move around one defender. Couldn't get it done around two with Seaborg. And Lens fires it. Sorry, that was Mason Williams getting the goal. Mason Williams puts the Kings in double digits. It's now 10-8 Kings lead. Explore Fort Saskatchewan. Discover a place where family fun meets opportunity. Visit their historic downtown scenic parks and River Valley. Work in a thriving community and play where every moment is memorable. Visit, work, and play in Fort Saskatchewan. And off the draw, Kings going to gain that. 4:25 to go. Outlaws now trail by 2. Kings are just going to look to get that insurance marker now, surely. So they also lead on the shot clock, 43-34. A shot from the outside by McDonald. Driven down one of the Kings. So they're going to award that back to the Kings. Davin Osman not happy about that in the Outlaws bench. Now the Outlaws going to gain it. There's a King down on the floor kind of groveling right now, but there's an open opportunity. And a quick shot by Cook. Cook's driven into the boards. And that looks to be the number 6, Jackson Lens. Luckily up under his own power. And walking it off. That's good to see. So 3:50 to play in the third, 10-8 Kings lead. And Vimy Lacrosse Excellence is the standard, led by some of the province's most decorated and experienced instructors. They are dedicated to molding well-rounded student athletes. Vimy Lacrosse is a fusion of sport, academics, and personal growth. Unleash your potential at Vimy Lacrosse and explore the academy today at vimyedmonton.ca/lacrosse. The refs are waiting for people to get reset there. This Kings now moving left to right. Bringing it across center was Jacob Panko. Janot. Passing off. And looking to regain it was Janot. Went a little wide. He still picked it up. Now bringing it in was Williams. Went off the boards. And stick knocked loose. Outlaws bench, I think, calling for a penalty there. They felt that might have been a slash. They're going to award it to the Outlaws on a 30-second shot clock expiry. Now Hildebrand brings it in. They got 3 minutes to make up 2 goals. Back to the top for Hobday. Cross to Maloney. My apologies. Hildebrand down low was looking for Hobday. Hobday couldn't quite get it in. Outlaws trying to keep it on their side. They got 20 seconds on the shot clock now. 2:36 to go. Hildebrand up. Schaff passes across, and Grace went for a diving shot. And now breakaway opportunity for Colton Ebbett. Could put this one away, and he puts it wide. A nice opportunity for Ebbett. Can't quite get that insurance marker with 2:10 to go in the third. As Maloney brings it across center. Tompkins with it. Tompkins looking to get some assistance from, I believe, Schaff. Tompkins passes off, 9 seconds on the shot clock. Outlaws got to make something happen fast as the King gets knocked down. You're going to award it to the Kings. Didn't reset the shot clock quite in time, but they still have a fresh 30. The Seaborg has it now. The close side. Back into the middle. Cross. Kings. Down to Seaborg. Seaborg, open opportunity through the middle shot. Saved by Couturier. Now the Outlaws have 1:20 to make 2 goals happen. It's Weatherby crosses center. Now loose ball picked up by Grace. 13-second shot clock. Grace with a shot from the outside. Rebound goes way down. Maloney picks it up. 1 minute to play. 5 seconds on their shot clock. Maloney does get a shot off. Rebound's going to go pretty far wide. As the Kings are likely just going to try and hold this as much as they can to get this win. Going hard into there was Booth. Kings down low. Now up to the center for Seaborg. Seaborg, cross. Wide. Picked up by the Outlaws, 22 seconds to play. And the Outlaws bench going to be taking a timeout here. Good call. You got 17-4 remaining here in the third. You're down by a pair. You know head coach Phil Smith is going to be looking to rile his team up and try and get a quick one right off this draw. Once again, thank you for tuning in. Coming up in just under an hour, Calgary Mounties visiting the CROW Lacrosse Club. That game at Performance Arena at Service Place. Dawson with the call for you there. As well, Bill Hunter, 6 p.m. tonight. Rampage and Warriors. Muhammad has that call. Once again, be sure to grab those 50/50 tickets. Scan that QR code in the bottom right of your screen. or visit our social media channels for more information at CROW LAX TV on Instagram and X. That draw going until the end of the month. We'll draw at the end of the month. Once again, I appreciate you guys tuning in for the Regina Queen City Kings visiting the Beaumont Outlaws. It's my pleasure as always. So Outlaws break up their huddle. Kings surely not far behind. As the clock expires for the timeout. And as I expected, the Outlaws pulling their goaltender. Once again, pulling Couturier. Going to go for a 6-on-5 here. Try and pull back within one with only a few seconds remaining in this game. Outlaws have to make something happen fast. Outlaws know that. Everyone knows that. Hildebrand. To Tompkins. Tompkins looking for an open lane. Finds Dickin down low. Dickin, shot for the second chance. And two nice saves there by Blondeau as the Kings are going to pick that up and they're going to let the clock expire from here inside our Drawson Recreation Center. Your final score, Queen City Kings 10, Beaumont Outlaws 8. So the pleasure was all mine. Be sure to stick around here on the channel in just under an hour.